Hello, hello, English learners! Welcome to Speak Unstoppable. This is your calm space to explore English through real conversations, where we talk about ideas that truly matter in your life. You don't need perfect grammar or to speak fast. You just need to be present and open to learning. I'm Maria.
And I'm John. Hi, everyone. We're so glad you're here because today, we're diving into something I think many of us feel but rarely admit. Being ambitious but lazy. That mix of dreaming big while somehow your motivation disappears is more common than you think.
Exactly. It's that moment when your goals feel massive and exciting, but then, suddenly, your bed feels like the most comfortable place on earth. Or scrolling through endless videos seems more appealing than actually doing anything. It's frustrating, but it's normal. And today, we're going to explore why it happens and how you can work with it instead of fighting it.
Let's start with a question. Think about your biggest goal right now. Maybe you want to start a business, learn a new language, or finally get in shape. Can you see that future version of yourself? Confident, successful, in control?
And now, reality hits. Instead of taking action, you remember all the tiny distractions, checking messages, cleaning your desk, or making the perfect plan before you even start. And just like that, motivation slips away.
That's exactly the trap. We get so focused on planning and preparing that we never take the first step. And when we do, the task feels overwhelming, and we stop almost immediately. It's like standing at the bottom of a huge mountain, looking up, thinking, maybe tomorrow.
So, what do? The first step is simple but powerful. Stop thinking about the whole mountain. Focus on just the first step. Forget the giant to-do lists for a moment. Instead, try something that makes starting effortless.
Okay, I'm listening. What's the trick?
Instead of writing a list of things you have to do, write about your day as if it already happened. Pretend you've already accomplished it.
Wait, you mean write in past tense? Like I've already done everything?
Exactly. Instead of saying, I need to study today, you write, I sat down, focused, and studied for an hour. I even took a break and felt great afterward. Suddenly, your brain sees it as possible instead of overwhelming.
That makes so much sense. When I write a normal to-do list, it reminds me of everything I haven't done. But if I write it in past tense, my mind already feels like I've accomplished something.
And that's the magic. No pressure, no overwhelm. Just a mental shift that makes starting feel natural. You create a vision of success, and your brain begins to believe it's achievable.
So instead of an exhausting list like go to the gym, study for 2 hours, clean my apartment, finish work project, I could write, I went to the gym for 30 minutes and felt refreshed. I studied for 2 hours and it was easier than expected. I even cleaned up before dinner and felt super accomplished. Wow, that feels doable.
Exactly. And if the full day feels overwhelming, just focus on one task. Write it as if it's done. One small success can spark real momentum.
Okay, I can see that working. But what if the task itself is boring? That's usually when I completely avoid starting.
Great question. That's where we make work feel like play. The idea is to trick your brain into wanting to do it. For example, if you need to clean your room, blast your favorite music. Suddenly, it feels like a fun challenge instead of a chore.
So, music can make me a cleaning superstar? I love it.
Exactly. Small changes like music, a different location, or even a cup of coffee can make boring tasks enjoyable. And for studying, you can make it a game. Set a timer for 10 minutes and see how much you can accomplish before it runs out. Or give your
That's genius. So instead of forcing myself, I can enjoy the process. That alone makes it easier to start and stick with it.
Right. And here's another key point: the unfinished task effect. Our brains hate leaving things incomplete. Once we start something, our mind naturally wants to continue. This is called the Zygarnik effect.
Oh, so that's why I can't relax when I leave a show unfinished. And I can use the same trick for work?
Exactly. Instead of saying, I need to finish this report, just aim to start. Write the first sentence. Suddenly, your brain pushes you forward naturally. You'll find yourself completing paragraphs, pages, then the whole task without realizing how much momentum you built.
That's sneaky, but brilliant. One small start is way easier than committing to the whole thing at once.
And once you start, it's important to focus on what really matters. Many of us stay busy without being productive. Answering emails, checking notifications, or doing minor tasks can feel like work, but they don't move us forward.
I know that feeling. Busy all day, but haven't really achieved anything meaningful.
That's why tools like the Eisenhower matrix are so useful. It helps you distinguish between what's truly important and what's just a distraction.
Can you explain it?
Sure, imagine a box with 4 squares. Every task falls into one of these categories. 1. Important and urgent. Do it now. 2. Important but not urgent. Schedule it. 3. Urgent but not important. Delegate it. 4. Neither important nor urgent. Delete it. By categorizing your tasks, you'll see where your energy goes and focus on what actually moves you forward instead of just being busy.
That makes sense. It's about working smarter, not harder.
And that's a great mindset to carry with you as we keep exploring ways to turn ambition into action without feeling stuck.
Before we continue, here's a question for our viewers. What's one ambitious goal you've been putting off because it feels overwhelming? Think about it as we move forward. It'll help you apply these tricks to your own life.
So now that we've learned how to start, let's talk about how to actually enjoy the process. It's one thing to begin a task, but if it feels boring or heavy, it's easy to give up quickly. Today, we'll explore how to make work feel fun, even when it's not naturally exciting.
That's exactly my struggle. Sometimes even small tasks feel like climbing a mountain, and motivation disappears fast.
That's where we use creativity to trick your brain into wanting to do it. Let's say you need to clean your room. Blast your favorite music. Suddenly, it's not a chore, it's a mini challenge. You might even find yourself dancing while you clean.
Wow, so cleaning can actually be fun if I play music? That's brilliant.
Exactly. Small adjustments like music, a new location, or even a cup of coffee can completely change your experience. And when it comes to studying, you can turn it into a game. Set a timer for 10 minutes and challenge yourself to finish as much as possible before the time runs out.
Oh, like a speed round. That makes even boring tasks exciting.
And don't forget rewards. If you finish a task, give yourself a little treat: a coffee, a short walk, or even a 5-minute break to relax. These small things make a big difference in sustaining motivation.
That makes total sense. Instead of forcing myself, I actually start enjoying the process. I feel less stressed and more willing to continue.
Exactly. And once you start, there's another trick that works naturally in your favor: the Zygarnik effect. Our brains hate leaving tasks unfinished. Once you begin something, your mind wants to complete it, even subconsciously.
Oh, I've felt that. Like when I start a show, I can't stop until it's done. I didn't realize the same trick works for work, too.
It does. Instead of aiming to finish an entire project at once, focus on starting. Write the first sentence or complete a small step. Your brain naturally pushes you to continue. Before you know it, paragraphs become pages, and pages become completed work.
That's brilliant. Starting small feels so much easier than committing to the entire task.
And now, let's talk about another common challenge: being busy without being productive. Many of us fill our days with minor tasks that feel urgent, like answering emails or organizing files, but they don't really move us forward.
That's me. Sometimes I'm busy all day, but I haven't achieved anything meaningful.
That's why tools like the Eisenhower matrix are so helpful. It helps you prioritize tasks based on importance and urgency. Picture a box divided into 4 squares. Every task falls into one of these categories. 1. Important and urgent. Do it now. 2. Important but not urgent. Schedule it. 3. Urgent but not important. Delegate it. 4. Neither important nor urgent. Delete it.
Oh, so it's like a filter for my energy and time. That makes sense.
Exactly. Once you categorize, you can focus on what truly matters and stop confusing busyness with progress.
I see. It's about working smarter, not harder.
And here's another reason ambitious people sometimes struggle: fear of failing. Many of us avoid starting something new because we're afraid we won't do it perfectly.
Oh, yes. I've avoided learning guitar because I couldn't play a single chord properly.
That's exactly the trap. Perfectionism keeps us from starting, but the truth is, it's not about being perfect, it's about enjoying the process. Choose something where it's okay to be bad. Try dancing badly, baking chaotic cookies, or drawing stick figures. Anything that makes you focus on learning and fun instead of results.
So I can purposely be bad at something and still make progress?
Exactly. When you stop fearing failure, you start more things, and that's where real growth happens.
That makes so much sense. Focusing on progress rather than perfection feels freeing.
And finally, let's talk about thinking like your future self. Instead of asking, "What should I do today?" ask, "What would my successful future self do?"
Oh, so it's like time traveling in my mind?
Not exactly, but it works like that. Imagine your ideal self. How would they spend the day? What habits would they have? Then start integrating those small habits into your own life today.
So instead of waiting for motivation or a perfect moment, I act like my future self now. That's clever.
Exactly. And as you keep acting like that version, your decisions naturally align with your goals. Step by step, small habits build into lasting change.
I love that. It turns ambition into real action without pressure or overwhelm.
And here's a question for our viewers to try. Think about one habit your future self would have that you currently don't. How could you start practicing it today? Keep it small and achievable. It's about progress, not perfection. So far, we've talked about starting tasks, making work enjoyable, and thinking like our future self. But let's be honest, starting is only half the battle. Staying motivated and actually finishing what you start is where many of us struggle.
Exactly. I can start something with excitement, but after a while, I lose focus or get distracted. It's frustrating because I know I could do it if I just kept going.
That's completely normal. One trick is to break tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Each completed step gives your brain a little win, which naturally encourages you to continue.
So instead of thinking about finishing the whole project, I just focus on one small step at a time?
Exactly. That way, even if the task is big or overwhelming, your brain sees progress constantly and motivation stays alive.
That makes sense. Sometimes I stop because I feel like I'm not doing enough, but these mini wins would help me feel accomplished along the way.
And here's another powerful trick. Use the Zeigarnik effect to your advantage. Once you start a task, your mind dislikes leaving it unfinished. So even a tiny action, like writing one paragraph or completing one small step, can push you forward naturally.
Ah, I felt that. Like when I start a show, I can't stop until it's done. Using it for work makes so much sense.
Yes, and combining that with a fun approach to work makes progress feel effortless. For example, if you're studying, make it interactive. Quiz yourself, challenge your memory, or even time your tasks to turn learning into a mini game.
That actually sounds fun. Turning boring tasks into games makes them less intimidating.
Exactly. And don't forget the importance of prioritizing what really matters. Many people confuse being busy with being productive. Responding to emails, cleaning your desk, or scrolling social media can make you feel active, but it doesn't move you toward your goals.
That's me. I can spend hours doing small tasks thinking I'm productive, but nothing meaningful gets done.
That's why tools like the Eisenhower matrix are so useful. By categorizing tasks into four types: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither, you can focus your energy on what truly matters and stop wasting time on distractions.
So it's like having a clear map for my day. That's actually really helpful.
Exactly. And once you know your priorities, you can combine it with mini wins, fun approaches, and the Zeigarnik effect to keep momentum.
That's brilliant. I feel like these strategies could actually help me finish tasks instead of just starting them.
Another important factor is dealing with perfectionism. Many ambitious people avoid tasks because they fear they won't do them perfectly.
Oh, yes. I sometimes don't start things at all because I don't want to make mistakes.
That's exactly the trap. The trick is to embrace being bad at something at first. Choose hobbies or tasks where it's okay to make mistakes. Drawing, baking, learning a new skill. Focus on the process, not the outcome.
So, making mistakes isn't failure, it's actually part of learning and growing?
Absolutely. Every small attempt builds your skill, confidence, and resilience. When you stop fearing failure, starting and completing tasks becomes much easier.
That makes so much sense. It's freeing to think of progress as more important than perfection.
And finally, think about modeling your future self. Ask yourself, what would my successful, motivated version do today? Then act accordingly, even in small steps.
So, instead of waiting for the perfect moment or motivation, I start acting like the person I want to become now?
Exactly. Each small habit you adopt now brings you closer to that version of yourself. Over time, those habits compound into real change.
That's brilliant. Small, consistent actions create big results.
And here's a question for our viewers. What's one small action you could take today that your future self would be proud of? Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just take one step. Here we are, wrapping up our journey today. But really, it's just the beginning of putting all these strategies into practice. We've talked about starting, staying motivated, making work fun, and thinking like your future self. Now it's time to bring it all together and make it part of your life.
Exactly. It's not about doing everything perfectly from the start. It's about building habits, small wins, and learning to enjoy the process. Every little action you take now compounds into real progress over time.
And don't forget, consistency is key. Even 10 minutes a day of focused effort can add up. Start with small tasks, celebrate mini wins, and gradually expand your focus.
That makes sense. It's like planting seeds. You nurture them a little every day, and eventually they grow into something amazing.
Exactly. And here's a question for our viewers. What's one small step you're going to take today toward your big goal? Share it in the comments below. I would love to hear your plans and cheer you on.
Yes, don't just keep it in your head. Writing it down and sharing it makes it real. And who knows, your comment could inspire someone else to take action too.
And that brings us to another powerful point: community. Learning and growing with others keeps you accountable, motivated, and inspired. That's why we love reading your comments. It helps us all stay connected and keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. And if you find today's episode helpful, why not give it a thumbs up and subscribe? It's a simple action, but it really helps us reach more learners who want to grow their English and life skills.
And while you're at it, hit that notification bell so you never miss a new episode. Every video we create is packed with practical tips, real-life conversations, and strategies you can use immediately to make your English stronger and your life easier.
Yes, and remember, subscribing isn't just about numbers. It's about joining a community where we learn together, share, and support each other.
And let's make this interactive. I want you to comment below one thing you learned today that you're actually going to apply. Even if it's just one small habit, tell us. It helps you commit and inspires everyone else watching.
Exactly. Think of your comment as planting your flag. You're saying, I'm taking action today. And guess what? Your comment might spark someone else's journey too.
And don't worry about being perfect. We're all learning, step by step. The key is to start and keep going. And remember, every tiny action counts.
So let's do a quick recap. Start small, focus on mini wins, make work fun, use the Zeigarnik effect, avoid perfectionism, prioritize wisely, and act like your future self.
Exactly. And if you put these strategies into practice, you'll notice a shift, not just in your productivity, but in your confidence and mindset too. Every task completed, every small habit formed, adds up to real transformation.
And the most exciting part? You're in control. You decide what habits to form, which tasks to prioritize, and how to approach challenges.
So here's your action plan. Write down one small habit you'll start today, share it in the comments, and commit to doing it. Then, subscribe and join our Speak Unstoppable community so we can cheer you on and celebrate every win together.
Yes, and don't forget to hit the like button if you found this helpful. Every interaction helps us reach more learners and build a strong community of people growing together.
And before we go, remember this. It's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about progress, small wins, and taking action consistently. The journey is yours. Embrace it, enjoy it, and share it.
So let's make this interactive. Share your goal, your action step, or even one challenge you're facing today in the comments. We read every comment and love celebrating your wins with you.
And that's a wrap for today. Thank you for joining us on Speak Unstoppable. Remember, small steps, big progress, and together, we're unstoppable.
See you next time, and don't forget, your progress starts now. Comment, subscribe, and keep moving forward.